Welcome back. This is episode 3 of the MalChela series, REMnux mode and custom tools. In the first 2 episodes, we talked through file analysis and hash-based threat intelligence. Today we're going deeper into how MalChela fits into a real analyst environment. We'll cover 3 things: how MalChela's toolset is defined and extended through a single config file, how REMnux mode gives you a shortcut to an entire distro's worth of tools, and 3 enhanced integrations that ship with MalChela: Volatility 3, T-Shark, and YARA-X. Everything MalChela knows how to run lives in a single file, tools.yaml. Each entry in that file describes one tool. Let's look at the fields that matter most. Name is the label shown in the MalChela user interface. Command is the binary or script that MalChela will invoke. Exec type is how the tool runs, whether it's a shell script, Python script, etc. Input type is what kind of input the tool expects, whether it's a file, a hash, a pcap, etc. And then the file position is where in the command string MalChela inserts the target path. This is the contract between MalChela and a tool. Fill in those 5 fields correctly, and MalChela can call anything you have installed. For the full list of supported options, including flags, argument ordering, and multi-input tools, the user guide has a complete configuration reference. I'd recommend having that open the first time you add something new. The key thing to internalize here is that tools.yaml is your extension point. MalChela isn't a fixed feature set. REMnux is a popular Linux distribution purpose-built for malware analysis. It ships with an enormous number of command line and graphical tools pre-installed. REMnux mode in MalChela surfaces the command line tools directly from within the interface, so you don't have to leave MalChela to use them. To enable it, open tools.yaml from the configuration menu in the left-hand side of the interface. Click on Load REMnux Tools. This will import a custom tools.yaml file pre-configured with the command line utilities available from within REMnux. Whenever you change or restore a tools.yaml file, you will need to restart the GUI application. If you don't see the new tools on your next launch, you may need to rerun the release script. I'll restart the application now. What you're seeing now is the REMnux toolset integrated alongside everything else. No separate launcher, no context switching. If you're already working in a REMnux environment, this is the fastest way to get everything into place. Notice in addition to the MalChela tools, we can also see numerous REMnux utilities like binwalk, kappa, exiftool, and scripts for PDF and document analysis. Here is an example. If we wanted to run the command line utility binwalk against a sample, we can do so using the MalChela GUI. Let's walk through 3 enhanced integrations. First, Volatility 3. Memory forensics is complex for new analysts because you need to know which plugin to run, what arguments it takes, and in what combination. MalChela handles this with a dynamic plugin builder. If you need additional help, you can click on the question mark to bring up the searchable volatility plugin reference. Instead of typing out a full volatility command from memory, you can use the graphical interface in MalChela to help build the command for you with the correct syntax and argument structure. Depending on which plugin you select, MalChela will present you with the required fields that you need to complete. When you click Run, Volatility will open in a new terminal interface and run the command as built. This brings up another important point. MalChela is designed to ease the transition between command line and graphical tools. For every tool that MalChela runs, you can see the command line syntax that's generated. You can copy those commands direct to a terminal and get the same results you get within MalChela. Using the graphical builder and the plugin reference, you can develop your command line familiarity. We have a similar special integration with T-Shark. Again, you can browse to the capture file that you want to inspect. Using the provided fields, you complete the T-Shark syntax. If you need help, again, there's a searchable reference guide that you can copy and paste from. Want to rerun the same sample with a different set of fields? Just update the fields and hit run again. The third custom integration is YARA-X. YARA-X is a modern rewrite of YARA written in Rust. It's faster than YARA and under active development. Out of the box, YARA-X is not installed on REMnux. You can add it with this one-line command. What we're doing here is downloading the version 1.14 release of YARA-X for Linux, unzipping it, and copying it to user local bin. Once you've done that, launch MalChela again. We'll click on YARA-X in the left navigation menu. For our rule file, we can browse to the rule that we created for Redline, or our sample to test against. We'll use our suspicious file that we've been working with, and then hit run. As we can see in the response here, our rule Redline was a match to the file suspicious.exe. If we want to use any optional arguments, like in this example, print strings, we can enter those in the arguments field and then hit run. That's it for today's episode. Come back soon for more MalChela tips and tricks.